All right. All right, I'm gonna turn this music down and we are gonna get down to, business. All right. So a bunch of real estate professionals are in here. It looks like I got some mortgage professionals also. Really, these things are gonna cover principles for all small business people. You guys as real estate professionals, as mortgage professionals, you guys are running some of the most competitive small businesses out there. And so you need to know the most advanced strategies in order for these things to, in order to stay on top of your game, stay ahead, keep growing that business. So I'm going to show you what you can do with LionDesk to stay ahead. So first of all, if you don't know me, my name is Gabe, and I am from a company called API Nation, and we are close partners with LionDesk. So LionDesk, you guys all know LionDesk. You guys love LionDesk. We love LionDesk too, and we our mission is to connect apps everywhere. So we want to connect the world's apps. And LionDesk, some of you guys might know this, LionDesk has what's called an open API, which means that this beautiful Lego brick LionDesk, this great tool, David and the LionDesk team have decided to make sure that thing can plug into all these other apps. So apps that you use every day, they've made it easy for us to come along and plug LionDesk into these other apps. So that's why things like the LionDesk Marketplace exist and are so easy to use and get started. So if you hop on here, they have some concierge options, lead assist. They have that awesome Facebook ad market they just launched. And yeah, and then we have all these integrations that companies have added to the marketplace. And we've added most of these. So Loop, we threw that one in there. Mailchimp, which we're going to talk about today to start your newsletter. Google Sheets, Mojo Dialer, Outlook Contacts. So a bunch of apps that you probably have on your phone or you use every day. They're here in the LionDesk marketplace so that you can connect them right to LionDesk and save yourself a bunch of time. You don't have to enter things into 5 different apps every day. You enter them in one app, probably LionDesk, and then LionDesk sends it all out using the bridges that we at API Nation built. There we go, API Nation. Cool. So I got a question. Is there any recording to email? Absolutely. We are going to record all these sessions and we're going to email them all out. So I know you guys are busy. I know some of you guys are a little bit late. So if you guys have to hop off, but if you want to stick in here and watch this and contribute, we will make sure to tell you how you can use Mailchimp and LionDesk, set it up for free, and give it a shot for 7 days for free. So hang in there, and I will tell you exactly how to do that. Jose was also asking, is Mojo Dialer integrated? It is, and we will be, if you want to set that up or email me later, I can walk you through how that works. And we might do a session on that a little bit later in the coming weeks, but in the meantime, we can get you set up immediately. All right, so let's go back to API Nation. So like I said, API Nation, we connect all these apps. So if you have any apps you're using and you think, hey, this is great, I love this app. I'm spending a few minutes every day moving things from one app to another. For example, I'm moving things from LionDesk to Mojo, or I'm moving things from LionDesk to Google Contacts or Outlook Contacts. Come on to API Nation, hop on, and you can just find the app you need, LionDesk. And here's all the apps that are going to save you time. So all the apps that you might be using already, and you just think, you know what? I don't want to have to enter things into 2 apps. For example, Constant Contact, which is very similar to Mailchimp. You can just hit LionDesk and then hit the app you like Mailchimp, like what we're going to talk about today, or BombBomb, video email. Or you could do your transaction manager a huge favor and connect LionDesk to Brokerment, which is what we're going to talk about Thursday. So join us for that, and then you'll save a bunch of time as the contacts from LionDesk get synced into Brokerment, BombBomb, Constant Contact, Loop, Outlook, Mojo. So all these things. That's how you save the time, and we make it real easy to set up. I'm going to show you as we get this newsletter started how easy it is to set up. So let's go. Step 1. this is going to be 3 steps to setting up your newsletter, getting up and running, and you know, sending those weekly email newsletters, which are going to keep you top of mind, and they are going to get you more deals. So step 1 is going to be just hopping into LionDesk. So let's go. Sign into LionDesk here. And like I said, let's talk about email newsletters for a second. Let me back up. I kind of missed some things. Email newsletter, there's 2 types of emails. So you guys all are probably sending emails through LionDesk, I hope. LionDesk has awesome drip campaigns. They have things you can just pull right off the shelf that other people have shared. If you have a contact in here, you can just go ahead and hop in, shoot them an email, and you know, put them on a drip campaign and market to them that way. That is super effective to nurture these leads as they go. So that is one type of email, this one-to-one, basically very similar to giving them a call, dialing them up. So that one-to-one, very specific email communication. Drip campaign, it would be something akin to, you know, watering them with a watering can, going over there, giving them some personal attention, and continuing to nurture that lead. On the other side, there's this idea of sending out a weekly newsletter. It would be something more akin to irrigation. So just filling all your contacts with water, sending out a wide swath of your contacts, a single email that tells them all about how your business is doing, how the market's doing, some exciting things about buying or selling a home, some you know, some exciting things about the neighborhood that you're a specialist in, and some things about you. And the idea there in that second email, that irrigation, is to continue to keep that lead ready to go, keep you top of mind, so that when they think, actually, you know what, I would love to, I need to sell my house, or I have a friend who needs to sell my house, sell their house, then I know to, you know, to contact any of these people from that have been sending me emails, like, you know, Rex or Steve or Donald. Any of these people, I can just dial them up. I've been getting their newsletter all the time. I know they're ready to go. So let me hop on some questions here just to keep up. Right, is the information or contacts that we sync secured? Absolutely. So we are the bridge. So LionDesk keeps your contacts secure. Mailchimp is very secure. They have dual 2-factor authentication, which LionDesk might also, but they make sure that that stuff, nobody's going to get in and take it. And like I said, we are just the bridge. So we're just making sure these two can talk to each other. They don't go to like a third computer anywhere. And LionDesk does have a native email client. You don't have to use Mailchimp or Constant Contact to do this. We're going to go through using Mailchimp or Constant Contact just to show you the option of how you would go about doing it. But this idea, this principle of irrigating, of sending out this mass newsletter, that's something you can absolutely do in LionDesk. And I would absolutely encourage you to do it if you don't want to hop into Mailchimp or Constant Contact. So so as you can see, here's my LionDesk. So for those of you who are starting LionDesk, absolutely totally fresh, this is what you would see. I'm going to quickly create a contact. We're going to call him Super Mario, and his email is going to be, you know, supermario@example.com. Cool. And you know, we can call 602. That's the Arizona zip area code. 555-5555. Cool. So this is our first contact. You as agents who've been working in LionDesk, some of you 20 years, some of you are newbies, but I'm sure you have contacts in LionDesk. If you don't, you know, that's step 1. Get contacts in LionDesk. But most of you probably already have that. So this is what you would do. So let's see. We got Super Mario here. And you would probably have a number of contacts. And the first part of starting your email newsletter is just making sure these contacts are all on a list. So you can do that a few different ways. I believe in LionDesk, you can actually just click it and add it to a list in the quick, yeah, you could tag it, or you can add it to a static list. So there you go. So you could do that. The idea we have when using Mailchimp, because Mailchimp is such an effective mass emailer, is to just get this guy, get Super Mario into Mailchimp, get Super Mario and all these other people, all these other contacts you have, any contacts you add, any contacts you change, all of them into Mailchimp, always updated, so that you can just sit down once a week and fire off this email and not have to worry about going into LionDesk and making sure all my contacts are up to date, making sure all those people are in Mailchimp. They'll be in Mailchimp. That's what API Nation does, is take them, put them in Mailchimp, and checks every 15 minutes to make sure they are in Mailchimp. So let's do it. Let's send Super Mario to Mailchimp, and then we will send out our email. So to do this, we have our contacts. Now we need our contacts to go into Mailchimp. So I'm actually going to sign into Mailchimp real quick. And Mailchimp, if you've not used Mailchimp before, Mailchimp is a email. It's a marketing automation tool, and it really excels at sending emails out to a lot of users all at once. They give you some awesome templates you can use right off the bat without too much work. And I'll show you that. We're going to build an email live here in just a minute to show you how easy it is. And yeah. And all right, so here we go. We're in Mailchimp. Here's our current audience. I've created an audience called LionDesk Newsletter. You can call it whatever you want. You can call it, real estate newsletter, or you can get somewhere granular and you can call it, buyers, or you can call it sellers, or you can call it agents, whatever you want, whatever this newsletter is going to serve for you. I'm going to send it to all the people I have in LionDesk, currently Super Mario, but all the people I would have in my LionDesk, I'm going to add to this LionDesk newsletter so that I can mass email them whenever I have 5 or 6 minutes to sit down in Mailchimp and do it. So here we go. A couple of questions here. Is the difference between LionDesk and Mailchimp or Constant Contact? Mailchimp and Constant Contact are really similar. When I talk about it, I usually say it's kind of like Chevy and Ford. If you talk to somebody who loves Mailchimp, they'll say Mailchimp's the best ever. If you talk to somebody who loves Constant Contact, they will absolutely die on that hill. They love Constant Contact. So what I would encourage you to do is Mailchimp has a free account up to 2,000 contacts. I think you should just hop in there, try that free account, poke around, take a look at it and see if it jives with you. If you don't like it, go over to Constant Contact and they will give you 30 days free for you to poke around there and take a look there. After 30 days, it is, I think, about $20 a month for Constant Contact. Mailchimp is free up to 2,000 contacts. So there we go. And so here we go. We are in Mailchimp, and we are going to send all our contacts from LionDesk to Mailchimp using API Nation. So to do that, I'm actually just going to go to the LionDesk Marketplace. And then Diana was asking, what is the difference between doing an email blast and sending out the regular emails? And that's a great question. You can absolutely send regular emails through LionDesk, or you can send Gmail emails to a lot of people. There's a couple things to keep in mind there. One, primarily where LionDesk is going to shine is on those awesome drip campaigns that you're sending to individual people, and they're highly specialized. This email blast is going to be like anybody you know, anybody you've talked to, who you've done business with in the past, who you've had as a client, who's just kind of expressed a little bit of interest. All those people will find this somewhat interesting, and they'll open it and they will be reminded that you are a real estate agent in their area who is ready to do business. So it's just kind of putting yourself back on top of the stack in people's mind, so that when they think, oh, I actually need somebody to sell some real estate, that email blast that they will have seen within the last week or two will put you top of mind, so that they will tap you to sell their stuff. So here we are in the LionDesk Marketplace, and we are here to sync the contacts from LionDesk into Mailchimp automatically. So we're going to set up a sync, which, like I said, this is ongoing. So it's not a one-time thing. It's not an import or an export. This is making sure that LionDesk and Mailchimp are fit together, so that contacts you add in LionDesk are also added in Mailchimp. So I'm going to choose this template. It looks like I've set up a few in the past. I'm going to choose this template, sync LionDesk to Mailchimp people. And this is how easy it is. So we've clicked through the marketplace, and now we've clicked that template, and now we're going to connect LionDesk. And yeah, and we do our best to make this super easy. So all you have to do to set up this sync that connects LionDesk to Mailchimp like this is just click 1 to connect LionDesk, and then you will connect Mailchimp, and then you get this configuration screen. And not too many options on the configuration screen. Most of them are going to read all by default, so that if you want, like we're going to do, we can basically just fire this thing up, and all our contacts that we talked about earlier will go right into our LionDesk newsletter. All right. So here we go. I'm going to pause for a minute. It looks like we have some questions, so I want to make sure everybody is still on board. All right. We got, how did we get to the marketplace? To get to the LionDesk marketplace, you can actually just go to liondesk.com/marketplace, and that will take you right to it, and you can kind of look around. I believe also if you, let's see here. If you also go to liondesk.com, there is a link at the bottom for the marketplace. So you can do that as well. But I would just go to liondesk.com/marketplace so that you can see all, it's your, it's your one-stop shop for features, service, and integrations here. And like I said, this presentation is absolutely being recorded. I will send this out so you can go through it bit by bit when you set this up for yourself here right after the webinar. So like I said, we were in the marketplace. We clicked Mailchimp to connect, set up the connection from LionDesk to Mailchimp. That took us to API Nation, and we signed into LionDesk. We signed into Mailchimp, and now we are at the configuration screen. So here are your options for triggers, and this is where a lot of the power behind this sync lies. Like I said, you can leave it all, which I'm actually going to do for this example because we want all the people, my one person from my one contact I've made so far, we want all those people getting sent right into Mailchimp. But if you were doing something a little bit more complicated, something a little bit more interesting, you could absolutely do that in a variety of ways. For example, if you tagged everybody with a specific thing, like I believe we have a sellers, or no, we have a FSBO tag. So in LionDesk, we actually have a tag for FSBOs. What you can do is you can set up this integration so that anybody in LionDesk you tag as a FSBO, only those people are sent to Mailchimp, to a specific audience in Mailchimp. So if you wanted to set up a special newsletter and call it FSBO newsletter, you could absolutely do that. And this sync will go through all your LionDesk contacts, keep an eye on them, monitor them, and anytime you tag them with FSBO, it'll sync it over to the Mailchimp FSBO newsletter. Same thing with sellers, same thing with agents, and you can do that with tags. You can do that with contact status. So if new contacts, if you only want new contacts sent over, only active contacts sent over, closed and inactive, you can build little audiences in Mailchimp for all these if you want to get granular. All right, same thing with hotness or contact source. So I'm actually going to do all. We have a ton of tags in here. So I'm going to save this. This is all the status, all the contact, all the hotness, all the source, all the contact tags. So this is great. And then, like I said, you can choose which Mailchimp newsletter you want them sent to. So if you have a few different audiences, I know in our Mailchimp right now we have two. We have LionDesk newsletter and we have new sellers. So I'm going to send them all to LionDesk newsletter. It's the first, it's going to be my mass blast email newsletter. These are all the people I want to remind all the time that I am a real estate professional, and don't forget to tell your friends about me. And this is the final piece. We've chosen our trigger, all. We've chosen our news or our target, LionDesk newsletter, and then this is just making sure these things are matched up. We do this automatically. 98% of them are all set up, ready to go. Just in case you have something special you want to do, you can absolutely do it here. Email set for email, first name to first name. And this is matching up LionDesk's information about the contacts with Mailchimp's information about the contacts. So first name, last name, birthday is already matched up. Awesome. That way, if I add a birthday in LionDesk, it'll add a birthday in Mailchimp. And then I'm actually going to go ahead and just add this phone. So to add or to match it up, I just click the one on the left, find its match on the right, just like that old children's game, and click that. And there you go. Now mobile phone is hooked up to phone. And you can go through and kind of finish this off. One thing to note is these fields from Mailchimp. Mailchimp is real flexible. You can actually add custom fields. So if there's something very special you have in LionDesk that your team uses, your brokerage uses, that seems really important to have in Mailchimp, you can just add that field in Mailchimp and then have it match it up to sync it. So if you have notes that you want in there, you can add a notes field in Mailchimp and then just click it to sync it up. Or if you want to, add the tags, you can do the same thing there. All right. So any questions so far? Let's go through and see what we got here. I got a question, LionDesk to Sisu. That's really interesting. We are always looking for new apps to add to the LionDesk, LionDesk integration menu. So we will absolutely look into that and see about that, Ken. I will make sure to email you when I find out more about that. Let's see here. Can we import contacts to contact list here? So this will sync LionDesk contacts to Mailchimp. There is a great, really easy way to sync a bunch of contacts into LionDesk, which I can send an article to you later about that. All right, which is better, Mailchimp or Constant Contact? Handle that. It's really up to you. I've had problems with Mailchimp going to spam. Any thoughts? Maria, that is a great question, and that is one of the reasons most people use Mailchimp and Constant Contact, is because it going to spam is actually so rare. There could be a few things to look into there. One of the big things, two the big things you would want to double check is one, make sure the subject lines you're using when you're sending out your newsletter don't have spammy words. There's actually a blog on LionDesk that has a long list of about 40 words that email clients look for to flag things as spam. Stuff like free, stuff like urgent, stuff like, there's that trick where you put the RE and then the colon to tell people that it's a reply when it's not really. So that kind of stuff will get you flagged, and that often will get you put into a spam folder. The other thing that will happen is if you only send images, so you want kind of a good balance of images and text. If you only send a bunch of pictures, that also might get you put in spam. So that is also something to be looking out for. Other than that, Mailchimp, the deliverability is among the industry's best. I think Constant Contact is 99% get delivered into an inbox, which is great. Mailchimp, for everybody that's using it and with the free platform and everything they have there, it's about 92% is what I saw in the last report. So yeah. And all right. And is there any pre-made templates or themes for newsletter? Mary, that is a great question. I will absolutely show you all the options we have for pre-made newsletters there. Okay, cool. So getting back to this sync, we've got it set up. The trigger's all set. Everybody, we want everybody. They're going to LionDesk newsletter, and we've mapped it out. So all we have to do now, hit start, and that is good to go. Workflow activated, redirecting to logs, and the logs you can see just tell you it's up and running. We've updated it. This workflow has started. So this is processing right now. It should be finding our friend Super Mario. And if you were you have all your other contacts in LionDesk, could be finding all those people there, also all of Super Mario's friends, and it will be sending them to Mailchimp right now. And it'll be making sure, you can see, this thing is ongoing. It's going to run every 15 minutes. Every 15 minutes, it's going to take a peek at LionDesk, see if anything has changed. If it did, it's going to change it in Mailchimp. If nothing has changed, then if nothing has changed, then it'll leave it how it is. So let me show you exactly what this log will look like. And so we just hit this start button, and then it took us to log. And I can actually show you that again real quick. So there we go. That's all up and running. And to see what that looks like to start it up, let me hop back in and kind of show you what that button will look like when you turn it on. So LionDesk goes to Mailchimp. Let's do this template again. Great. And actually, I'm going to change this one thing from contact status all to contact status new. There we go. And this time I'm going to create a mailing list to new sellers. I'm going to save both of these. And it's just that easy to set it up. This is the second one we've set up, and this one's slightly different. So this would be a more targeted list of just new contacts going to a new contact list. And then you just hit start. And there we go. Now we have two different syncs running, going from LionDesk to Mailchimp. And the beauty here is that API Nation does this. They sync it from LionDesk to Mailchimp. They keep an eye on it. They're doing this every 15 minutes. This sync, to set it up and run it and have it going all the time, it's $20 a month. So you can do the free Mailchimp account for up to 2,000 contacts, and then just turn on this API Nation sync and have that stuff running and monitored, and know that your free Mailchimp account is always updated just for the $20 a month you have to API Nation. So this is it. We're all set. Let's check and see how that first sync was doing, and see how Super Mario is. Super Mario should have been sent over. I'm in the logs here. It looks complete, data successfully transferred. And you don't have to go through and check this stuff. This all happens behind the scenes. This is mostly if you really want to double check and see what's going on and how it looks. So, and then a few more questions. Mailchimp is free up to 2,000, but API Nation is $20 a month, or is LD $20 a month? So yeah, API Nation is $20 a month to keep this ongoing sync, checking in, making sure that stuff is sent over to Mailchimp and updated. And then Mailchimp is free. The Mailchimp, this platform right here, which we're going to move into in just a second, is totally free for up to 2,000 contacts. After that, there's a kind of tiers depending on how many contacts you set up there. Let's just go with Gabe Hackstrom. And we'll do that same email address. Let's go with Gabe. All right. And then let's sync that over. All right. So LionDesk is all set. I'm going to sync it over in API Nation again. Run now. And like I said, you won't have to do this run now thing. It'll do it automatically every 15 minutes or so. So you can see it's processing. And then that new contact we just added, me, should just go ahead and get sent over to Mailchimp in just a second. There we go. Cool. So here we go. Green, 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 green. Awesome. So let's go hop over to Mailchimp and see our new newsletter list. There's the guy. And like I said, as you add contacts to LionDesk, this number will just go up as it's synced, as API Nation takes it and takes a look at it, sends it over. It'll be super easy. And this number will just grow itself as you go about your normal business. You won't have to do any contact management or anything like that. It'll save you, your ISA, your marketing assistant, tons of time. They can just hop in here. You can just hop in here and send out your newsletter. So great. So that's step one. Get your contacts together and get them synced into Mailchimp. Step two is the fun part. So this is where we actually send out the email. So let me show you what this looks like in Mailchimp. And it looks pretty similar in Constant Contact. So don't, it'll definitely transfer over. They have pretty similar interfaces. So here's what we do. We are in the audience dashboard. You just click on this pen for create, and we're going to send out an email. And we're going to go ahead and send out our weekly email, first weekly email. And that's kind of quaint, and you can just keep going, second weekly email, third weekly email, or you can use whatever system you want to keep track. And this is it. So you can see we're just going to figure out who we're sending it to, what we want the email to say, who it's from, a subject line for this campaign. So like we said earlier, subject lines are great. We're going to pay a special attention to that when we get to it. Mailchimp also has some suggestions while you're typing in the subject line, which is super helpful. And then content, so all those templates that are going to make this newsletter super easy to set up. So I'm going to go ahead and add recipients, and we just choose our audience. So LionDesk newsletter, that's it. Done. We're going to send it to all those people. And like we said, all those people are sent from LionDesk into Mailchimp. It's synced all the time. So this is always going to be right. You won't have to go through and add people, update people. And now we're going to choose from. And this is kind of a cool feature that happens on some of these email platforms. You can actually specify who it's from, which you can also do with your normal Gmail or Outlook, but it's hidden down behind some menus. This is kind of nice up at the top. So you can try some things. You can test some things. I know in the past, typically I use Gabe at API Nation. You could do something like, let's see, Romy Ramos has a question. So you could just do Romy Ramos and type that right in. Just type your name in. So I've done that in the past too also, Gabe Hagstrom. In fact, I would probably encourage something like that. And if you have, something else, like a tagline, I would throw that in also, because this is a great piece that you can use for branding. Gabe Hagstrom selling San Diego. Great. That way they know, they see that and they go, oh yeah, it's the real realtor guy. They don't even have to open their email necessarily. They just get reminded, oh, it's that guy. He is the realtor I know. We're good friends. Awesome. And then if you want it sent from, if you want it specified that it's sent from a different address, go ahead and do that. Totally up to you. I would just go with whatever address that you check, because if they reply, it's going to go to that email address. So I would actually specify your LionDesk email, because that's where you do most of your work out of. That way, when people reply, you get it back in LionDesk, and you can kind of keep track of all the activity in there. We hit save. So we've chosen who we're sending it to. We're going who's it selling it from, and then we're just going to set up the subject. And like I said, here is awesome tips for setting up that subject line. And you could just, I know a lot of people who are doing this weekly newsletter, they just go ahead and type in, Gabe's real estate newsletter, volume 1. Again, that's just to kind of keep your personal branding up front. And so people kind of see, oh yeah, it's the newsletter. If you have something, kind of fun you want to share, you can definitely throw something else in there. You can kind of allude to a fun story, or you can allude to an article that you're incorporating, something like, 5 things that'll increase your home value, or the 6 steps you should take before you sell your home. So you could use that as a subject, or you could just, use this as kind of a branding spot. And then the preview text is something you can specify if you want. Otherwise, it's just going to pull it from the newsletter. I'm just going to leave it here. That way, it'll pull it right from the newsletter. But the preview text, when you're looking at your email inbox, it'll show the subject line in bold, and then after that, kind of just a little bit of what's inside the email. So if you want to be kind of sneaky and put whatever you want in there, if you have something special you want to kind of put in there, that the email will kind of peek in there, absolutely do that. All right, so this is it. This is the meat and the meat and potatoes of sending this email. We're going to design this email, and this is the free Mailchimp account. So you're going to see when you sign up for Mailchimp, this is exactly what you're going to see. There are featured templates, which are awesome. They're all set, ready to go. You can use some of these more advanced ones by upgrading your account, but something like this showcases your product, share your big news. These are what Mailchimp have tested over the last 15, 20 years. And this kind of template makes sense to your clients. They're going to see it and recognize what it is, and they really seem to like it. If you want to go a little bit more basic, you can just choose one of these 1 column, 1 and 2 column, or just go simple text. I actually saw a podcast the other day, or heard a podcast the other day, where the real estate agent was only sending simple text. They felt like it was more personal. They tested it, and they thought, when I get an email that's just text, I think somebody sat down, took the time, and typed that out for me. If I get one with pictures, I usually think, okay, I'm on their newsletter list, which is great. But it's just 2 different strategies here to, if you want to appear a little bit more intimate, just, hop this simple text. You will get more engagement if you include a picture. So let's go with this one. This is kind of the basic, the classic. All right. And we're going to set up this email. Like I said, it'll take about 5 minutes for you to do it once a week. And kind of a nice thing, like you set up drip campaigns in LionDesk, you can set up drip campaigns in Mailchimp too. So you can set up weekly emails, just kind of stack them. If you have a weekend and you just want to lay it out, you can stack 10 weekly emails and just schedule them out and have them ready to go. For anybody that signs up for or anybody you add into LionDesk, they'll always start at the top, and then they'll just go through your 10 weekly emails. So you stay top of mind. So we're going to add this logo. Super easy. Just add this. I'm going to be American Home Real Estate. Great. And then when you're talking about your content, so content is actually something a lot of small business owners kind of struggle with. I'm sending out this weekly newsletter. What do I put in there? There are 3 things you can consider when you're thinking about what should I put in my email newsletter. I'm actually going to put them in right here, and I'm going to design this email around it. So 3 things to build your email newsletter around, your content around. Great. And you can see this is like super easy to use, even though we're doing this quick. And then, so these 3 things, I'm just going to go ahead and paste this in here. So if you write your content in another program, you can just, go ahead and paste it right in. And these 3 things are the 3 L's. So local, you can write or share stories that you've read in your local blogs or local news to kind of demonstrate how much you love the area, and also to kind of whet the appetite of anybody who is looking to move into the area, and to prove to anybody who's looking to sell in that area that this is a special area and all about why it's special. So you are going to get them top dollar for their real estate. So that's local. Lifestyle is basically things that you can do around your house as a homeowner. And that, again, is to kind of make people feel like, oh, I wish I wasn't renting. I wish I was owning a home. That way I could do things like, install a Murphy bed, that'd be awesome. Or landscaping, 3 easy landscaping tips to make your home more, more aesthetically pleasing. Or 5 really easy storage strategies after Christmas. Some kind of lifestyle. Things a homeowner would think about as their so that they would consider buying a home. And then the last thing is just going to be leadership. That is talking about your local market. So you could do 2 things specifically there. Success stories as you sell homes. The Johnsons just sold their home. They loved it. They got top dollar. There was a bidding war. Share that story, get the permission of the Johnsons and just post that picture on there. Same thing you do with Instagram. Just throw it in here. And then you don't have to futz around with the algorithm. You'll just end up right in the inbox sharing these stories that you're sharing on social anyway. Or if you want to share about a market updates, things are really heating up in your zip code. Things are moving, in less than 48 hours in which is much faster than last year. Drop that in here. And you can do that really easily by just, continuing to add little sections. So I'm going to add a divider. Cool. Great. I'm going to add, I'm actually going to add an image card. And this is where we're going to talk about this awesome restaurant. So kind of sharing a local story here. So want to, if you haven't checked out Valley High in San Diego, highly recommend. And then you can just, include a short story about your trip to Valley High or something you read about it. There you go. So now you have a picture. You have easy content that you've created to share with your newsletter people. And you can just keep continuing to build this out. Like I said, super easy. So let's do this. Great, text blocks ready to go. Throw another divider in here. And we're going to throw another picture in here. And this time we're going to do a quick story about this awesome home. Just sold in San Diego, and then just a quick story about the family that sold it. Family needed to move quickly. And definitely be more Charles Dickens-y, more verbose than we'll be in here. But as you do business, you already know what's going on with your business. You probably have stories that you come home and tell your family, that you tell friends when you're talking shop. Just throw them in here. And like I said, you can actually throw these in here when you think of them and then just schedule this out. So we're going to save this, continue. And you can just schedule this out to go out, at your normal weekly thing. All right. This is all set. And it looks like I got more than 2,000 contacts in here. So normally you just hit send or schedule, and then you can schedule it for, Wednesday, Tuesday and Wednesday are your best days to send out newsletters. So that's what I would do, Tuesday or Wednesday, right around 8 to 10 a.m. That is prime time for people to open up your newsletters. If you want to, carve a niche for yourself, I know there's a popular blogger named Tim Ferriss, and he has a 5 Friday email that goes out, 5 Bullet Friday. So he's kind of carved out this niche of, I'm going to send out my stuff on Friday, every Friday. So people look forward to it. So you can do that too. But I would say to get started, definitely throw it on Tuesday or Wednesday. So that is pretty much it. And now we're kind of wrapping up. We've set up our newsletter. We've talked about the 3 L's, local, lifestyle, leadership, and definitely reuse the content you're already using on social. Pop it in here, the great images you take on Instagram, Facebook, the stories you share, the reviews you get from your past clients, definitely throw those in here. And then just get this newsletter out every week so that you stay top of mind with all your clients. So that will raise your client lifetime value as people remember, oh, that is my realtor, that's his name. I can just reply to this email. Oh, the other thing, absolutely do this. When you are sending this email out, make sure to include your phone number and tell people to text you. You have awesome texting capabilities in LionDesk. Any questions? Interested in selling? I'm always available. Gabe, 619-800-6287. Text me. So that is a great way for people who look at your email and they like it, but maybe they're out and about. And most people communicate through text now. It's an awesome way to kind of get the ball rolling and rolling quickly. So that's definitely something I would encourage you to also check out. So now that we have set up this newsletter, it's all ready to go. Do we have any questions about getting contacts synced from LionDesk, sending this mass irrigation kind of mass email, anything like that? Let's see here. Showed up late. This will absolutely be recorded. I'm going to go ahead and email this out to you guys as soon as the recording is ready. Do you use Mailchimp because it does things LionDesk doesn't, or because it's easier to navigate? So there's a couple reasons you would use Mailchimp alongside LionDesk. One reason is the email builder. So it is a little bit easier to navigate and quickly build things. And if you and also build these build these emails out quickly. So that's one reason. Another reason is the deliverability reports or the deliverability. So like I said, it's 92%, which is really good considering they have a bunch of free accounts on there that are probably bringing, spamming some people so they don't get delivered as often. And you saw earlier, it kind of filters people out early on so that you don't end up paying for a bunch of contacts that are no good. So those are some of the big reasons you would use this. There are, if you get deeper into Mailchimp, there are other features you could definitely use alongside this, including postcards, retargeting ads. So definitely some additional things you could use there for automation once you start syncing those contacts from LionDesk to Mailchimp. So that is one of those reasons. Can you do a table in Mailchimp? You can. I have not seen that yet. No, that's really interesting. You could, honestly, if I was sending a table to my clients, I would probably just take a quick picture of it and sync that picture in here and kind of share it that way. It'd be a lot easier, and we know it would be formatted correctly every time that email showed up. Sometimes tables and emails can get shifted around and things get squished, and they don't always look great. So that's kind of what I would do for the tables in Mailchimp. I have two CRMs. Can you bridge LionDesk to the other CRM? Absolutely, Tony. I will email you afterwards. There's some tools we can use to do that. And all right. And then was that 8 to 10 a.m. or p.m., Lauren? That's a great question. It is 8 to 10 a.m. So right around there. And like I said, you could schedule it out. You could schedule, let me actually show you kind of what this scheduling looks like. You could schedule quite a few out. So if you wanted to have a marketing assistant go in there once a week, once a month, you can just go ahead and schedule out all your emails for the next 2 months. So you would actually just create an automation. Here we go, email, and then automated. And you could do a welcome new subscribers. And let's do an onboarding series. So if you had a premium plan, you can go ahead and sign this, set this up, and then you could schedule out 10 emails or so for users as they kind of show up in Mailchimp, so that they can quickly get up to speed on who you are and some of the things you do, especially as the local expert realtor. Laura, you mentioned you also are interested in the CRM sync, so I will go ahead and get you that information also. All right, and then is API Nation, keep these leads and sell them to other companies or market to them? Not at all. We don't even look at them. Basically, all we're doing, we're plumbers connecting 2 pipes, and then from then on, it's just LionDesk and Mailchimp going back and forth. Our plumbing situation is finished. You are all set, ready to go, and have those things automatically sent from LionDesk to Mailchimp. And like I said, it's to have that set up and ongoing, and to keep those leads flowing into Mailchimp. It's just $20 a month for the API Nation sync. You can go straight to apination.com, or you can go to liondesk.com/marketplace. And we are actually going to do a special. If you want to set this up within the next couple hours, you will get the first 7 days free. So you can just hop on, sign up for Mailchimp real quick. If you don't have that, it's totally free. And then you can connect LionDesk to Mailchimp, have all those contacts synced into Mailchimp. You got 7 days. I would shoot out that first email and then see how many people open it and see what kind of interaction you get. If you're not getting a good reaction, go ahead and turn it off. I guarantee the emails you're sending out through Mailchimp, automated with the easy, the beautiful images and storage you're sharing, you're going to get great interaction, great replies. You'll probably get people texting you to talk about selling their house. So that's great. Like I said, the recording will absolutely be sent out. Can you add a video of yourself? You can, yeah. You can do it a few different ways. The way I've seen most successful is to just upload it to YouTube, which and then you can actually just pop a YouTube video in here real easily. They have a special module for that. So let's go here and right, yeah, here's the video button. So if you want to add a quick video of you saying, you know, hey, my name is Gabe, I'm with API Nation. Welcome so much to my, you know, my newsletter. I look forward to working with you. I would just put that URL here. Just paste that YouTube or Vimeo URL here. And let me see if I can grab one so that we can see what that looks like. All right, and then yeah, you could send out that video easily. It basically creates an image that links to YouTube. So it's not gonna play in email. Playing videos in email is, it's actually discouraged because it sends a large email and it raises the chance you are gonna get put into the spam folder. So, all right, let's see here. So I'm actually just gonna pop this API Nation video in here. And there you go. You can see that's what it kind of looks like. We just put a little text here to tell them, you know, hey, welcome. And then when they get this video, they can just click on that and then watch your welcome video. Real easy. So, all right. And that is about it, guys. Thank you so much for hanging in with me. I'm going to email you all a link to set up this integration. And later tomorrow, I will go ahead and email out a recording of this webinar. If you have any questions, you can email me, Gabe, G-A-B-E, at apination.com if you need to get immediately. If you remember that phone number, you can text me. Go ahead, 619-800-6287. Yeah, we are going to come back on Thursday, and we're going to talk about how to save your transaction manager much time by connecting LionDesk to Brokerman, connecting LionDesk to Dotloop. So if you are looking to save time so that you can get out there and do client stuff rather than sit around entering stuff into transaction managers, join us Thursday. We're going to do another masterclass and cover all that. So thank you so much. If you have any questions, like I said, respond back to the email that I'm sending out here in just a moment with the link, and I will handle it for you. Including those CRM questions, I will respond back. Tony and Laura, I got you guys. Thank you so much.